It's Mike Less, and here's a video of me planting winter wheat in Darke County, Ohio, my home county. The fields in this video are between Palestine and Union City, Ohio, so western Ohio. So I am doing this for a local farmer that I help on the weekends and in my spare time, and I am out here with a John Deere 7830 tractor pulling a John Deere 1560 no-till drill. Although western Ohio is mostly corn and soybean country, there is a little bit of winter wheat grown, and it commonly goes in right after the soybeans are harvested. So you can see the soybean stubble in this field. So it is pretty common if a guy is going to grow winter wheat in this area, he will take off the soybeans and just come in with a no-till drill rather than working the field and planting it that way. This seems to work out pretty good. In this area, winter wheat is commonly planted starting the end of September in through October. And guys have even planted it as late as November, but it doesn't get growing good. But winter wheat anyhow, usually once it's planted, it'll start growing, and it'll grow maybe a couple inches tall. And then as the cold weather comes, winter comes, it goes dormant. And then in March, when temperature starts warming up, it starts to regrow and then grows into a grain crop from there. Since this is mostly corn and soybean country, the main reason people would grow wheat in this area, one, you have livestock, so you want to use the straw for bedding, so they'll grow it for that, or they'll grow straw and sell it. The other reason would be, I call it a maintenance crop. So a farmer has a field that he wants to put field tile in, or needs to cut some new waterways in and stuff, so they will put wheat in it, and then the wheat is harvested, the end of June through the 1st of July, and then right after that, then they can start field tiling it or putting it in the waterways and so forth. And the grain from this type of wheat that is being planted here is commonly used to make flour or yeast breads. There is also spring wheat, but that is not planted in this area. That is more up in the northern climates, such when you get up into the Dakotas, up into western Canada and so forth. So like I said, this area is mostly, or is all winter wheat. I don't know anybody that's ever planted spring wheat in this area. I'm not saying it couldn't be done. It'd probably work fine, but winter wheats make a good cover crop over the winter for the field, for one thing, and they also generally have higher yields and a higher gluten protein over a spring wheat. So I was doing double duty during this video because I was driving the tractor and planting, and also had to get the footage at the same time. So I had a tripod with me. I would set up the camera, set it ahead, try to record as the tractor was coming by, and also popped my DJI Phantom up in the air to get this footage as well. That's why you're not seeing the camera move with the tractor. The field I am in right now, I had a video on here a month or so ago with a enduro motorcycle race, and right now I am flying over to that spot, and you will see a circle right there, and that was the pinwheel of the motorcycle track. So I was just kind of guessing as I flew it over here where it was, and you can see it right there in the corner, and now I'm flying back. But anyways, if you have not seen that video, go back. It was about a month ago on my YouTube channel of a motorcycle enduro race, and that went through this field. I guess one other thing I ought to point out, because if I don't, it'll end up in the comments. I had put some pictures of this tractor and drill on my Instagram page, and people were questioning why I was using the markers on the drill when the tractor has a satellite receiver up top. Yes, this tractor did have auto steer in it and was set up for Green Star. However, the monitor was now in the combine, so I did not have auto steer in this tractor at the time when I was drilling this wheat, and had to use the markers. And yes, the 7830 John Deere may be overkill for this grain drill, but it was the tractor that was available, and that's why I used it. So my cousin John, who farms over in northeast Ohio, has this very same setup. He has a John Deere 7830 tractor and a 1560 drill. And when I had put some Instagram pictures of this rig on that I was planting wheat, a couple people commented and thought I made the 5-hour trip back to visit my cousin and was helping him. Right now, what you are seeing here, I am heading over to get some more wheat seed, and I am over in Harrisville, Indiana, which is just west of Union City, Indiana, over here at Moat Farm Services, getting some bulk wheat seed. So they are getting pro boxes of wheat seed and bringing it out to the seed tender here, setting it on. And I'll have some video of filling up the grain drill coming up using that. But anyways, Harrisville's just a very little town, like I said, west of Union City. I don't even believe it has a post office, just a couple houses. And Moat Farm Services, who does sells a lot of fertilizer, chemicals, spraying sort of stuff, also sells seed. And this is over at their Harrisville location where I am today. Getting this seed.
Good?
Yep, I think so. Down. Might have to push her in just a tad. Okay.
Okay, now I'll go ahead and lock the boxes down and I can drive back to the field and fill up the drill. Alright, and I'm getting ready to leave here. I'm not sure what the guy on the forklift thought of me holding the video camera. I tried to explain to him I was making a YouTube video, but I don't think he really paid any attention to what I said. He was, I don't know, people freak out sometimes when they see a video camera though, but hey, that's just me. I always have a camera with me. Alright, now I'm heading back to Ohio, so that is the ethanol plant, just west of Union City. I think that's actually considered Winchester right there, but never actually been to this one, but I know some people that bring some corn over here from time to time. And on the right day, you can see the steam coming off the ethanol plant here, and you can also see it from the ethanol plant in Greenville when you're over by my house if you were in the right location on a nice clear day. And now I am back to work, and I got this killer sandwich and potato chips and Pepsi that my wife packed me. She always makes me pretty good sandwiches. Normally, when we're farming just right around the fields by my house, I just go home for lunch. But I'm about 15 miles from home right now, so it's not worth running back. So just pack a lunch on them days and eat in the tractor as I go. So I was planting at about 5.5 miles an hour, so now I'm going in for a fill up, so just going to drive the tractor in and back up to the tender and fill it up here. Okay, good. So coming in for a fill up now, I just set up the tripod to show a little bit of how this works. And when I'm in the tractor, I have this Blue Parrot Bluetooth, this big goofy looking thing, but it's supposed to have the best noise canceling in the industry of Bluetooth. And I did not even think about this. When I was doing this right here, I was talking to my wife on the phone and had my phone on my side there and had the Bluetooth on. And I went and started the motor up on the seed tender, didn't think a thing of it, and started filling the drill. And when I got the drill about half full, I said to her, I said, "Can you hear anything?" And she says, "No, not just you talking." And I said, "You don't hear any noise or nothing?" She said, "No." So anyways, I'm not here to promote Blue Parrot Bluetooth, but that says a lot. If you want one for a Bluetooth with noise canceling, this is the one to go with. And I know a lot of other farmers and truck drivers that use this very same one, and that's why I bought it. Works real nice in these situations.
Okay.
And a couple other things to point out here. The row spacing on this wheat on this drill is 7.5 inches. So each row is 7.5 inches apart, which is pretty common in this area for grain drill on that spacing. And you've probably seen on the pro boxes on the seed tender, this is Ebert's 911 variety of wheat. Ebert's is out of Covington, Ohio. And this wheat was being planted at a rate of about 2 bushel of wheat seed per acre, which I am told that will come out to about 1.5 to 1.7 million wheat seeds per acre. This clip right here is going to wrap up this weekend of me planting winter wheat. And I'm going to plant some more, but the soybeans are still on the ground. Had to wait for them to be taken off. So this is the last weekend in September here. And the next clip then will be shot with my new, since then I had bought the new GoPro Hero 6 camera on the Karma Grip, and that's what this footage is with here now. So the rest of the video will be filmed with that, and just pretty basic. Just this was now mid-October, so the soybeans were off on a couple fields here, and went back to planting them. This wheat, as I make this video, is just barely coming out of the ground because it was real nice when I planted it, and then it kind of cooled down and rained. So this wheat is just out of the ground as I'm making this video, where the wheat I was planting before, it's up about 2 inches tall and looks real good, real nice stand. So in this field here you see a Case IH combine. It's a 2377, and I am going to plan around it. So what happened here is the farmers that I help, they have 3 different combines, 1 John Deere and 2 of these Case IHs, and we was shelling corn down by Arcanum, and he was cutting beans with this one up here, and the bearing failed. Runs the shaft that runs the fan, and that bearing went out and the fan went through the radiator and stopped the combine. So anyways, we had moved the combine that was doing corn up here, and I come up with the tractor and grain cart and got this field done, and then I started planting wheat. So for right now I just planted around this, but we want to talk about service. This Case IH combine here broke down, and farmer here called Hall Brothers, the Case IH dealer up in Fort Recovery, Ohio, probably about 20-25 miles away from here. In 45 minutes they had 2 guys here and was tearing this thing down, getting the parts ordered, and they had it fixed. And I got done planting this field the next day, and the combine was fixed and out of the way, and I was able to go back and replant this spot. So service like that is pretty hard to beat. But we're going to just walk up here and take a peek at the combine just for the heck of it. Alright, enough screwing around. I better get back to work here and get this field planted. Alright, and we'll do one more with GoPro, folding out the auger on the seed tender and filling up the drill. And that's pretty well going to wrap up this video. I want to thank everybody for watching it, and stay tuned for many more farming videos from Mike Less.